Hi guys, welcome to Sri Sai Shorthand Coaching Center. Get ready for 180 words per minute dictation, 5 minutes duration. Starts. An honorable member of Lok Sabha speaking on the resolution regarding reorganization of the Planning Commission said, Sir, two very important principles are involved in this resolution moved by my honorable friend from the opposite side. The first is that when there is a difference of opinion as between the recommendation of a high power commission and the government, what should be done. The second equally important is about the function and the responsibility of the planning commission. I would first of all deal with the second proposition, that is to say whether the planning commission should be merely an expert body as is suggested by the administrative reforms commission, or whether in the other extreme it should be some sort of a super cabinet which should be empowered to override the decisions of the cabinet both at the state level and at the central level. I would submit that there is no justification for accepting either of these extreme views, and I think that we may tend to justify the demand of both sides, namely that the planning commission should have a very high responsibility. On the one hand, it should also consist of experts who are real experts on planning. This problem arose about 10 years ago when the Estimates Committee was considering this matter. At that time, the Estimates Committee made a similar recommendation, namely that the Planning Commission should not have so much of executive functions, but it should be some sort of an advisory body, that the central ministers should not have so much of involvement in the Planning Commission. I am only stating the sum and substance of the recommendations of the Estimates Committee. At that time, those recommendations of the Estimates Committee were not acceptable fully to the government. The recommendation that is now made, so far as the main points of the nature and function of the Planning Commission are concerned, is similar to the recommendations that were made by the Estimates Committee at that time. Now, the Administrative Reforms Committee made an interim report last year which contains 14 points. Only this point is important, and so far as the other recommendations are concerned, most of those recommendations should be acceptable to the government, and there should be absolutely no difficulty whatsoever for the government to accept those recommendations. For example, so far as the Constitution and the function of the National Development Council is concerned, how many members there should be in the Planning Commission, and whether there should be the responsibility of the ministers of different departments regarding planning in their own departments should be acceptable to the government. But so far as the fundamental point is concerned, I think that it needs a study, and I hope the government will give a deep consideration to the matter and see whether the wise recommendation of the Administrative Reforms Commission now and the recommendation that was made by the Estimates Committee about 10 years ago can be considered, and the present system of relations between the central government and the planning commission can be revised to a certain extent. It is true that the planning commission should not be bogged with, should not have so much of executive functions. It should be in a position to yield sound, dispassionate advice to the government, and in as much as the ministers of the central government are also members of the planning commission or are associated with the planning commission, what happens? Of course, the Administrative Reforms Commission says that the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister should be associated intimately with the Planning Commission without becoming either the chairman or a member of the Planning Commission. I do not know if any substantial difference is made on account of their becoming or being members of the Planning Commission. As it is, I think the responsibility of the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister to this House, to the states, and to the country at large cannot be gainsaid. In my personal opinion, they should continue to be the members of the Planning Commission, and they should be responsible to this House and also to the country for whatever is done or omitted to be done by Planning Commission. My observation on the second point is covered by my observation on the first point itself. Wherever there is a difference between a high powered committee and the central government, since the ultimate responsibility to this House and to the country at large rests primarily with the Prime Minister and also with the Finance Minister and her cabinet. Therefore, it cannot be gainsaid that the Prime Minister and her cabinet are free to brush aside the recommendations of the high powered commission. But I think that they are not brushing it aside, and I am quite sure that they will give the recommendations of the Administrative Reforms Commission the weight that they deserve and will take those recommendations into consideration. I might venture to give you a suggestion. The Planning Commission, after it has fixed a target, should invite industrialists to pick up the projects they want within 6 months and pay substantial deposit to start production within a stipulated period of forfeit deposit, which should not be less than 5% of the total project. When the people do not pick up, the state should take up implementation of the targets vigorously.